go. My name is Magali Kaliman-Christopher. I'm the producing artistic director of Conch Productions. I'm based in Queens, New York, which is the native land of the Matancock people.
I'm Donna Blanchard. I'm the managing director of Kumu Kahua Theater in Honolulu. I'm in the land of the Kanaka Maoli in the Kahalu'u-Ahupua'a. I just moved there. I still have trouble saying it. Kahalu'u-Ahupua'a.
And we would like to welcome you to the final week. Yeah. Is it really final?
Oh, man.
Why? Okay. But it is. It is. It is the final week of Reset Theater Coalition's Reset Series 2021, which is brought to you by Conch Productions and Kumu Kahua Theater. And if you didn't know it from last week, because you missed last week, you're joining us right now and realize when you saw the posters and you had 2 times, 8 p.m., 2 p.m., we are bridging a 6-hour time difference, right? 6-hour time difference to bring this to you. This collaboration is spanning 2 oceans. We're bringing together new writers who have amazing new plays to share with you.
Reset Series 2021 will feature a total of 9 short plays presented last week, July 24th and the 31st this week. These will live on, we should say, on Facebook and YouTube. So if you ever want to go back or share them with your friends, you can do that. All of these are written by Caribbean American and AANHPI writers, and that is Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islanders. These plays explore the courage and strength of women when faced with challenges. Tonight, we will be presenting The Bystander by Trey Wilson, directed by the amazing Regina Taylor and performed by the awesome Magali Kaliman-Christopher.
Thank you.
Next is Options by Jeannie Barroga, who is a lifetime member of the Dramatists Guild. That is directed by Jackie Pualani Johnson and performed by Trina Nam Mijo and Riley Antonio. Then Moonwalker by Gretchen Suárez-Peña, directed by Tony Mervin, performed by Lisa Negron and Mateo Moreno. And See the Light by Michelle De Joya, directed by Po'ai Lincoln, performed by Julia Lopresti. Now together, Magali and I would like to invite you to celebrate some amazing women with us. We're going to tell you a little bit about some women who we feel are courageous and strong.
And this week, I'm focusing on Shirley Chisholm. I know you've heard her name, but this woman, if you haven't researched her, you have to understand this Caribbean American woman of Guyanese and Bajan descent did some amazing things at the time that she did them. She was the first Black American woman, elected to Congress. You think that's not a big deal? It's huge. Female Congress, Black American. And she became the first African American to run for a major party nomination for the President of the United States of America in 1972. So do a little rewind, 1972, 1972, United States. That's a big deal. That made her the first woman to ever run for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. So sit back, breathe that one in. I feel so good sharing her with you. You've never heard of her. Her journey was filled with challenges, opposition, but she never quit. And that's courage. And that's strength. And if you've never read her autobiography, she wrote an autobiography that came out in 1970 called Unbought and Unbossed. Read it now. Go on Amazon, check it, select it, get it.
It's an amazing slogan.
I know, unbought and unbossed. I love that.
I would like to tell you about a woman who is very famous here in Hawaii, Patsy Takamoto Mink. And I can't believe, Magali, we made our 2 choices separately. There's some parallels here. Patsy was born in 1927 in Paia, Hawaii. She made history with a number of firsts also. First Japanese American to practice law in Hawaii, first woman of color, and the first Asian American woman elected to the United States House of Representatives. And in 1972,
Wow.
Mink became the first Asian American to run for the Democratic nomination for president. Those two ladies were in there together.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's amazing. That's kismet. That is really kismet.
That really is. Mink was a tireless advocate for women's rights. She made it her mission in Congress to craft and champion legislation that opened doors for more women to earn an education and join the workforce. Also in 1972, she co-authored and helped pass Title IX, which is a landmark piece of legislation that expanded educational opportunities for women and changed the game for women in sports as well. She died in 2002 and was posthumously honored with a Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2014.
Okay, everybody, you have to understand.
I get goosebumps.
I didn't know she was going to mention this woman.
We did not talk about this beforehand.
So absorb that. And we want to thank you for joining us today, depending on your time zone. And we want you to experience the gifts of our Reset artists community, our writers, directors, creative team members, actors. And we know these plays are going to move you. Tonight's plays, they're going to rock you. Am I hitting the right words?
Yeah.
We will rock you. Yes. And we want you to be rocked, shaken, shimmied, moved to contribute. Make a donation to support our mission, to highlight the voices of these two communities, Caribbean Diaspora and AANHPI.
Your donations help allow both of our theaters to continue to function, to continue to serve our missions, and provide our artists with a platform to play their essential roles at a time when we need artists to redefine who we are in our nation and to help us feel our shared humanity in the world. That's what we do, right?
Yeah. So following the performance, stick around. We want you to join us for our post-show conversation. All the artists are going to be there. We want you to send in your comments, type. And our moderator will send it in to us and we'll address all your questions. Get to know us, all right? And if you have any technical delays or anything, just stick around, refresh. You know how it works. You've been doing this for a while. Thank you. Enjoy the show. I finally admitted something to myself that I've denied for a very long time. I like shocking people. I do. I do. It came about quite innocently. I believe it was a result of so often having people assume things about me. For instance, at first glance, it could be presumed that I'm a typical Black American woman. Firstly, I'm not typical. No one is typical. Secondly, I'm not American, and I am not Black. Only Black Americans call themselves Black. I am human. I am the descendant of warriors, rebels, revolutionaries. Anacona, Bookman, Vissaline. Speaking of assumptions, I was at an event the other night, and this white woman, or so I perceived her to be white, this perceived to be white woman approached me, introduced herself, and after a few pleasant exchanges, she asked, "What's it like being you here?" I pretended not to understand, so she added, "What's it like being a person of color in a room full of white people?" How bold and how risky? I mean, perhaps not so risky because she was in a room full of white people and she assumed she was safe. Being in a room full of white people is familiar. She persisted. Really? I would think that you'd be more comfortable in a setting more diverse. She couldn't seem to say Black. Have you ever been in an all-white setting with only one or two persons of color? Well, I was one of those two persons of color, so that's familiar. Oh, have you ever felt self-conscious being the only person of color? She still couldn't say Black. Occasionally, but only briefly. I decided a while ago that I feel more comfortable in the presence of white people. Look of shock. You prefer the company of white people. She sounded like she was verbally clutching her pearls. Definitely, then in my most conspiratorial tone, tell the truth. Have you ever been in a room full of Black people? Don't you prefer the company of white people too? She looked at me like she had seen a velociraptor. Oh no, I don't see color. Oh, oh you don't? But you approached me because you saw I was Black, or do you suffer from one of those conditions where you only see dark spots? Well, she saw something dark in that moment and gave me a look of repulsion and swept away. Yeah, I do like making friends. I do.
Can't breathe. Can't breathe.
Sometimes something happens that forces you to confront things about yourself. I don't know why I say you and actually, I mean me. I guess it's because I want you to relate, so I don't feel like the shittiest person on the planet, huh? I mean, I went to private school, grammar through high school, all on the same campus. My mother worked there, which allowed me to go there. A couple of girls of color there. It was white. White. There were a couple of Asian and Latinx. I was the only Black girl all through grammar school. Then in high school, a Black girl joined our class. And rather than extend myself in a sea of whiteness, I made her invisible, ignored her completely, got her to hate me. Hey, I mean, after all the years I put in, I wasn't letting her just slip in, just slide in, and just reap the benefits. Besides, I didn't want white people to think that all Black people are the same or that we automatically liked each other because we're Black. Did the same through college and medical school, never had any Black friends, never dated any Black men. Never attended any functions or activities where I would have contact with them. And yes, I was talked about. I heard their sneers, I saw their looks, but I didn't care. I stayed away from them and they stayed away from me.
Can't breathe. Can't breathe.
And then I turned a corner. Literally turned a corner and saw 4 or 5 police officers pulling a Black man down to the ground. He was struggling and asking why? Why? They forced him to the ground. One of them put his knee in his neck, the other pinned his head to the ground, the others just pinned every part of his body to the ground. And he's gasping for breath, and the only thing he could move were his eyes. And he looked up. He saw me. I saw him see me. It looked like he was relieved to see me.
They killed him. He's breathing. He is dead. He can't breathe. He can't
I kept
breathe.
yelling. He can't breathe. He can't breathe. Then I saw his look turn into a look of disappointment, like I had done something to disappoint him. I'd seen that look before. I knew that look. I'd seen that in the eyes of other Black people before, but why? Why here? Why now? Then I realized I hadn't yelled. I hadn't said anything. I just stood there watching. His eyes stopped looking at me. He stopped seeing me. He stopped struggling. He went slack. They handcuffed his limp hands behind his back.
They killed him, someone yelled. The body sighed. He's breathing, a cop pronounced. He is dead.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Other officers came and herded us away from the body. And the EMT came and rolled him over, still handcuffed, attached. Not a person, a thing. I knew that handling. That's how I handled corpses too. That's how we related to corpses as medical examiners, as objects, not to be heard or seen, only understood. Not before death, not during.
I can't.
Um, um, I took a leave of absence that became indefinite. Time was inconsequential, a blur. Then later, much later, someone from a Black women's organization contacted me about a mentorship program assisting young Black girls. Clearly, they did not know me, huh? But I went, what the hell? I didn't have anywhere else to be. And I found myself in a room full of Black people, a sea of Black people, Black women, Black girls, all smiling and talking to me like they were grateful to see me. Well, I kept going back, probably more for myself than them. I knew that someday I was going to do something or say something, and they were going to be just like, but it never happened. It still surprises me. Shocking, huh? So, I hate to cut this short, but it's that time. And we're always on time. Who are you? Who are you?
Black girls. We stand for ourselves. We stand for each other. We stand in our strength. We stand in our truth.
We stand.
We see our
truth.
beauty.
We see our beauty.
We
see our beauty.
intelligence.
Our intelligence. We know our value. We know our value. Who do I value? Me. Who do I value? Who do I value? Me. Who do I value? Who do I value? Who do I value? Me. Who do I value? Who do I? Who do I value? Who do I value? Me.
Grandma,
This table. All these vegetables need washing.
Grandma, what happened to you?
I know. Grandson, you know the 16 Mission bus stop at Civic Center Market? Late again. I wait and wait. I have all these vegetables from the market.
The market, I know, you go every week. What happened? Your eye, that cudgel you hold like a nightstick.
They watch me bleed. They take him off in the gurney. Me. I bleed and curse. Curse like your grandpa. Oh, I'm glad I learned those words. Rest in peace, Grandpa.
Who's they? He gets a gurney and you don't even get a band-aid. Grandma, you're scaring me. Give me that.
Cudgel? What's a cudgel? Maybe this is my nightstick.
This is not funny. This isn't the games we played. This is real. You're bleeding.
I beat you last time, son. And when we played games. Whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah, you did, Grandma. You wiped out everyone. Can I, Grandma? Please move your hand. I want to see your eyes.
No, it was just like that. Our games. I saw this new sport and I whacked him in the mouth. I whacked him good.
Yours is a flesh wound. Bleeding stop. You have a black eye. So you hit someone with this? Let me put this away.
Not far. I want it close. You never know when you'll need it. I didn't know I needed it, but it was there. So I picked it up. Oh, I'm dizzy. Oh, hey, help.
You are sitting down. I'm calling Mom. There's a hospital nearby.
I love you, but you are silly. Medics and cops were everywhere. They roll him off on a gurney. Me, I stand there with my cudgel, swearing and cursing so loud, everyone just stares at me. I don't need a band-aid. I need to see I won't stay down. I learned that from our games, grandson.
Grandma, those are just games where you can't really lose. You just flop and miss out on points. The game gets you up again. I'm calling Mom.
I'm up, and I'm up again. Barely 2 seconds. I'm on my feet.
Well, not any accident.
Swinging at that
Mom,
clown.
I don't know what to do.
You've been trying to touch me down for
She's
no
so
reason.
angry. She's pretty active.
I
Sitting down
have
now. I
vegetables,
gotta go. She looks like she's going
but I'm so angry. I scream. I keep screaming. I'm praying I can hit him back. I can knock him down with a cudgel. And there it is. I wish for it, and it appears. Just like our games, grandson. My hand is on it, and all I did was wish for it. I had the right button. I'm so tired now. Look, there's blood on my acrylic scarf. Ah, it's no good anymore. I need another scarf anyway. Next time, wool. Me. Oh! Ooh,
Grandma,
okay.
let me wipe your forehead. And take off the scarf. Ooh, I'm so mad. Why did this jerk hit you? 'Cause you're Asian? 'Cause you're old and Asian and a woman? You made COVID? You started Pearl Harbor? Why did he attack you? I'm so mad.
Hey, come here, grandson. Let me hold you. Now, I'm okay. I'm here. Shh, what I teach you? What I learned from game? Shh, no.
I read about that after Pearl Harbor, how Asians were put away.
You read a lot, grandson. You're a good grandson. See? I wiped off the blood. I am grandma again.
He could have killed you.
Oh no, I have my cudgel. Whoosh! Oh, whoosh! I like that word, cudgel. You read about that?
It's an option for your avatar. If you ask for it,
It just appears. Oh my God. Oh, he makes me laugh sometime.
Good thing, huh, Grandma? Like something out of the ether.
Ether, eh? You read so much. Still, we don't stop wars with cudgels.
You don't hurt anymore.
I don't hurt anymore. Adrenaline is like a potion. It cures. Cudgels could kill. Don't kill anyone, okay? Don't do what Grandma did.
You shouldn't have done what he did. He hit you.
And I'm here. I pop right back up and again. That's not your way, though, to strike with a weapon. Then someone else strikes you, and someone else strikes that person. Me, I'm old, scary. That bully backed off from scary old me, because I popped back up, screaming curses like Grandpa taught me. People think, crazy old woman, don't encourage her. Don't band-aid her either.
They don't scare me. I can outrun them. Just knock them down. And run. And even curse. I can do what you did. And just take off.
Give me your sweet face again. Don't take on an older face just yet. No, they would see your face at age and they would kill you.
That's scary. I may look like you, but if I act like you, I die.
There's a chance. Yes. So what shall we do?
I don't feel like doing anything, Grandma.
Well, grandson, that's not one thing we can't do. Nothing. Get the cudgel.
Are you going to answer the phone?
No, I know who it is. Get the cudgel.
Here, don't swing it in the house. Mom will be mad. You sure you're okay? Can we answer the phone?
Real funny people are using a weapon on the street, on each other, but not on lamps or furniture. No, we'll do something else. No, you will.
You sure you're okay? Can we answer the phone?
I'm fine. I fought today. I wished for something and it appeared. I used it. Strike here, strike there, strike again and again and again. It's the press calling. They know who I am. They want to tell me what happened again and again and again. But you and I, we have more important things to do, grandchild.
I'll answer it.
No, this is not your story. This is not what I want you or me to repeat. Not for the reasons they want. These are not points in a game to relive as if it's a win. Do you understand me, grandchild? Do you?
Yes, Grandma, I do.
Please prove to me that you understand. This is important.
So someone else strikes you, and someone else strikes that person, and then cudgel just appears.
Thank you, you smarty. You learned. You read. You make Grandma feel better.
So what do we do with it?
Well, we lay it here. Whatever happened to make it appear?
We can make it disappear. We can do that, right?
Yes. No. We just make it not an option.
That's hard when you're angry. You were angry. You had no choice.
I had a choice. The cudgel was just too handy.
We should answer, Grandma.
I already did.
But I could say,
it's not your story. It doesn't have to be your option.
Thank you, my darling. Oh, my dear sister. Thank you for helping me. I'm so glad I found you. You know, Mother never stops talking about you. She misses you so. I hope she doesn't hear me. I am sure she's here somewhere. Oh, my dear. Oh, I wish I could hold you in this moment. I'd make you feel better again. I'd make you happy. You were always so sad. Too pretty to be so sad. Why couldn't you be happy? Was it because of Daddy? Daddy always loved you the most, and you admired him so. The only person who could make you smile. Oh, and the way he smiled at you and held you closer than he held Mother at times. Even Mother had a tinge of jealousy in her eyes. I'll never forget the countless mornings you woke up sick, unable to keep anything down. Mother was so angry at herself for not keeping you in better health. But Father, I expected him to try harder, to find a salve, heal your ailments. I thought that when he left town, he went to find you some medicine, but Mother yelled that he was a bad man and that he didn't love you right. Or was it that he didn't love you in the right way? He loved you in the wrong way. In the morning, I found you in the barn. It's past now. Oh, I miss you. I hope you are happier and healthier now, my darling. Showing that beautiful smile of yours. Oh. Baby, can you hear me? Oh my God. Oh my God, I miss you so much. Oh, I'm so sorry. Baby, I should have listened to you. You told me to slow down. You told me I had too much to drink. You told me to get my headlight fixed, and I didn't listen. Maybe I couldn't see the ice. I didn't realize that you were. I can't get you out of my head! And I wish it was the way you looked at our first date with that cute red lipstick and that dress. I can't see the red lipstick without it immediately becoming the red, bloody mess on your face when I opened my eyes and saw what that tree had done to you. I can't say it was just a tree. It's what I did. What I did to you. Oh God, baby. I'm so sorry. Oh, please talk to me. I just want to hold you again. Oh God, baby, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How are you? No, wait. Don't answer that. I'm sure you're doing perfectly fine. And the kids, I bet the kids are doing well too. I've been wanting to talk to you about something. You see, I don't think what I'm doing, where you put me, left me here. This isn't fair, what I'm doing. This punishment, it isn't right. And just so you know, this isn't praying, okay? I'm just talking to you. And then reliving out these women's pains, how they died. It's sadistic, you know, watching me reenact their deaths the way they were killed. Anyways, I've been here for centuries. Actually, since the beginning of time itself. And I used to just sit here. I mean, I thought it was just going to be me forever. I thought I was the issue, that I needed to be kept away from him, the level-headed one. But then you brought her along, and suddenly I realized who I was, the prototype to her, the sin. Am I just the epitome of women's death? The discard? The way for you to cleanse your guilt? You left me here in this empty room in the hopes that I would suffer. But what you don't know is that I help people. I'm helping all these people. I am taking their pain away. I'm taking their pain. But you just don't see. I thought that if you knew what I had been up to, you'd come down here and apologize. You'd understand that I'm not wrong. I am not below him. He and I are one and the same. We are equals because we are both the original. He too is original sin. You do know that, don't you? Why is it that he got a second chance and I got discarded? And you still don't see. But worst of all, you don't listen. I have lived out the memories of the deepest pain a woman can feel. Every pain a woman can feel or has felt. I have felt these pains. We've suffered because of you. Not just men, or what man has created in his mind for what he believes to be right. It's disgusting. I've suffered because of you. Or they've suffered because of me. Because of what I couldn't do at the beginning of time. Because of what I wouldn't do. And you left me here. You left me to sit and suffer in our sorrow. But you'll learn soon enough. My sorrows are every woman's sorrows. And I won't stop. I'm gonna finish what I started. Not because I'm sadistic. Oh no, that's all you, hun. I'm gonna finish what I started because I've come to love these women because I am these women. I love them all because they came from me. And as their mother, I know that sometimes it's a mother's job to take the pain for her children. And that's what I'm gonna do. Feel free to watch, you prick. But just so you know, I am not suffering anymore. You can't make me suffer when I'm already living in hell. So I'm just gonna keep going. I would say until it kills me. But I'm dead already, aren't I? I'm dead to you. Good. Because you are dead to me too. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
I look like a ghost, haunting myself. 2 a.m. Why me? Insomnia? I hate you. I have a life to live. You know, projects to do at work, a daughter to raise. Why don't you just leave me alone?
Oh, Anisha. You're just such an easy target.
Get out of my house.
People always want me to leave, but yet here I am. Nice place. Such trendy decor.
How'd you get in here?
Paranoia left the door open, so anxiety said I could just hang out.
Who? What?
Insomnia is the name. Sleeplessness is the game.
That's it. I've officially lost my mind. Sleepless nights have finally caught up with me.
Yeah, you're a real champ. What has it been? 4 nights in a row? Almost a moonwalker.
A moon? What? This is a hallucination. I'm hallucinating.
Moonwalker. Only a few mortals obtain the title. You've definitely got the chops for it. Nice blanket. Comfy, but not comfy enough? Let me guess. Sometimes it's a little too cold and a little too hot.
Oh, I hate this.
Hate is such a strong word. I keep good company. Ooh, I know. Let's think about how the fan is just a little too loud and you just happen to hear that dog barking from 2 streets down.
Oh, no, please, no.
Man, I haven't gotten a full moonwalker in a long time. I feel like you could be it.
You have yet to explain what it is.
An immortal, sleepless being roams the surface of the earth in the quantum realm and keeps the moon in orbit. The weight of your eternal soul, keeping friction with the earth, keeps the ether in its place. It's elegant, I'd say. The Sandman awards a bonus to anyone who brings in a new moonwalker.
That is absolutely terrifying. Why, just the thought of it makes me...
Stay awake in paralyzed fear?
Yes!
Perfect. Just as I had hoped.
No.
You'd think I'd get plenty of moonwalkers, being insomnia and all. But paranoia and anxiety do such a better job. Good old-fashioned sleeplessness just doesn't do it anymore.
So what? I'll be some kind of sleepless zombie eternally subjected to... Oh, what kind of hell is that? I don't deserve that. You know, I am a good person.
Don't take it personally. Moonwalkers come from all facets of life. I'm just trying to get my bonus. After a few hundred years, you won't even notice it anymore.
A few hundred. Nope, that's it. I'm giving in. I am going to chug down some of the melatonin, the valerian, the chamomile, the CBD oil.
You think a little melatonin is gonna throw me out? Honey, you know none of that stuff works for you.
NyQuil, Ambien, Tylenol PM, I'll take it all.
You'd hate to be dependent on that stuff. Also, Ambien is a surefire way to get your moonwalker status. The Illuminati invented it to get that out-of-body sleepless experience while tricking your brain it's asleep. Pretty genius stuff.
I can't even right now. Look, I need sleep. You're not real. This isn't real. I'm dreaming. Yeah, maybe I'm already asleep.
You wish.
Please tell me what I need to do.
No can do, sweetie. I'm getting my bonus.
What's the bonus? I'll match it. I'll exceed it.
I don't think so.
Name your price. Anything to get some sleep, please. I can't spend eternity as a sleepless zombie. I've got a project due at work next week. I've got a daughter to raise.
Your daughter is already a terrible sleeper. 20 years from now, she'll be a perfect potential moonwalker. Oh. Now that's a good trade. I could delay my bonus. I'll let you go. If I can have your daughter.
You leave my daughter alone! What are you, Rumpelstiltskin? No, I want you out of my household for good. So tell me, what's your bonus?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
That's it! I guess the bonus, and I can pay it. You will leave me and my daughter alone. Yes, give me 3 guesses.
I'm not Rumpelstiltskin.
Just give me a chance.
Oh, it's cute when you try to be your own hero.
You cannot be so heartless.
I'm Insomnia. I have no real body, no actual heart. This is an apparition.
I am hallucinating.
I never said you weren't.
Come on. It's only right that you give me a chance, being my hallucination and all.
Yours? Hey, I am my own person. All right. I can respect your determination. I mean, relentless determination is kind of my jam. Guess the incentive. See if you can match it. And I'll leave you and your daughter alone forever.
Okay. What would Insomnia want? What would Insomnia want more than anything else? Or at least enough to send a human to an eternal place of torment?
Whoa. Moonwalking is not hell. It's just a state of sleeplessness in the quantum realm. Really, it's a very important job. Honestly, you should feel honored.
Honored? No, thank you. Let's see. Maybe it would make sense that the Sandman would grant you the bonus of sleep. I mean, he's the Sandman, you're Insomnia. Maybe you just want sleep.
Wrong. Jeez. That was a terrible guess.
No, it was logical.
What part of this conversation has been driven by logic? One down.
Okay.
Desperate Anisha is my favorite version of Anisha.
You are the literal worst.
Thank you.
A promotion then. You get a better job, better pay, better benefits.
What the hell would that look like? I'm insomnia, for goodness sakes.
I don't know. There's nothing to go on here. Look, I'm so tired and I can't think straight.
Here's the thing. You're never gonna get it right. Adorable, really, how you're trying to undo my clutches. You know, people fight real battles.
Well, I can't help it if you are my only real demon.
Yours? My, you are possessive. I don't belong to you. I don't belong to anybody. I don't belong to him. I don't belong to the moon.
Stop talking! I need to think. Okay. What would you want? What would I want? Well, God, I don't know. Maybe the Sandman is going to give you an all-expenses-paid trip to Bora Bora. Great. And that's my final guess. I'm doomed.
What the hell? How did you know that?
Wait. Seriously? Is that it? Bora Bora?
What? Don't look at me like that. I haven't had a real vacation in a millennia. You know, it's a lot of hard work keeping humans awake at night. The pay and the hours are shit. At least anxiety and paranoia get normal working hours. I want this trip bad.
Well, what's a trip like that cost? A couple thousand? Here. Take my credit card. Go crazy. Just let me and my daughter be able to sleep.
What's the max on your card?
10,000.
I don't think you have that kind of money.
I don't care. I will pay this back 1 month at a time if I have to. I can do anything if I have sleep. I can solve world hunger, clean up the environment, end homeless. I am unstoppable if I am well rested and healthy. So please, here, just take it. Take it.
All right. A deal's a deal. I won't come back.
Wait. And promise on the Sandman's life, you won't come back for my daughter.
I promise. On the Sandman. Sheesh. You are something, aren't you? But for what it's worth, I think you would have liked being a moonwalker. Lots of famous people in the quantum realm. Elvis. Bigfoot. Michael Jackson.
Wait, seriously? Michael Jackson, moonwalk. Oh, that makes sense.
All right. I am out of here and off to Bora Bora. Sleep tight, Anisha.
Oh, I will.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're all going to shake ourselves like little bobbleheads.
Hey, Jeannie's stuck in another room. Santos, she never got your invitation to come out. Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
I'll find her.
Okay.
I tried to move her and she didn't get the message.
Got it. I'll find her.
So while we're waiting for
I
the
didn't realize
amazing
we were
Jeannie to
live.
join us, yes, we're totally live.
Hello. Well, this is live, so there you go.
Yeah, life is live and crazy.
Jeannie's stuck in another room. Santos. Okay, so did you say the welcome back to everyone?
No,
Margalit?
I figured I'd let you go for it. Go
All
for
right,
it, Dada.
sorry, I'm literally late to the party. Well, thank you to everyone who has stuck around to watch, for being with us throughout our series and for staying for this chat. All of our artists are here, and including, I just want to say right off the bat, a big thank you to our technical team of Santos Collado, who is bringing in playwright Jeannie Barroga right now, Faith Cawthon, and our digital goddess, Veronica Vera.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have a little feedback right now, but it's going to clear up. I'm Magali Collyman Christopher. As you can see from my name, I'm the producing artistic director and founder of Conch Productions. And you know what? We just want to take this time right now to let you know that if you loved and what you saw tonight, and you know you did, I mean, we loved it. So we're going to self-love, and you're going to love us. And if you love new works by writers of color, please be sure to donate to Conch Productions and Kumu Kahua Theater. We depend, that's right. Snap the fingers, donate, give the money, show the love. Oh yeah. And you know, no amount is too small. Give up that Starbucks coffee and we'd be a happy camper. You know what I'm saying? But your support is what makes a difference, because we're making the work for you. And you know, as they say, we do it the way that is amazing, right? I mean, who here does not think we're amazing?
That was some really amazing work.
That was amazing work. And I'm going to pass the baton on to Harry.
Hello, everybody. I'm Harry Wong. I'm the artistic director here at Kumu Kahua Theater, and I'm here at downtown Honolulu. You guys can check it out. There isn't that many people around right now. And then I just want to let you know that we welcome your comments and questions about the shows and about the process and about everything. And then our team will be collecting your questions and comments off of either Facebook or YouTube. But then before we do that, I'd like to have all the artists and everybody involved in this show introduce themselves. And once again, I am on my phone. So I'm gonna have to turn it over to Magali and Donna to point out people.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call what I see. Regina, go ahead and introduce yourself. The introductions is your name and the project you're associated with, and anything else you want to share.
Yes, Regina Taylor, I'm the director of Bystander. It has been such a pleasure working with this magnificent actress, Magali, and also working with Mr. L. Trey, his beautiful words. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm going to follow up with L. Trey.
Hi, everybody. I'm L. Trey Wilson. I was the writer of The Bystander, and I second Regina. To have the lovely Magali perform my piece was great, and to have the amazing Regina direct it was just as phenomenal. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Awesome. Tony.
Hello, my name is Tony Mervin. I am the artistic director for the Throughline Theater, and I directed Moonwalker. Yeah, this has been an amazing experience. So yeah, I guess I'll turn it over to the playwright, Gretchen.
Hello.
Actually, go for it, Gretchen. Go for it.
I'm Gretchen Suárez-Peña, and I wrote Moonwalker, and I'm just tickled pink. It was a really fun experience, and just shout out to Tony directing it, and Lisa Mateo and everybody involved. A lot of fun.
Awesome. Trina. Actually, you need to unmute, Trina. You're still muted.
There we
There
go.
you go. There you go.
Aloha, Kako. I was Grandma in Options, written by Jeannie Barroga and directed by Jackie. So it's a very wonderful pleasure to be involved in this project and glad to know about conch shells. I did know about Kumu Kahua. So widening the circle. Love it.
Love it. Love it. Jackie.
Aloha kako, and a pleasure. I directed Options by wonderful Jeannie. And I want to say thank you to the University of Hawaii at Hilo. You're very impressed with our makeup room here because being in the middle of the Pacific, we had to come down here yesterday so that we could indeed be with you today.
Wow.
It's combobulated. So lots of learning about taking theater pieces into this medium. We've all had this experience now. It's been wonderful to be part of this effort. Mahalo. Love you, Veronica and Faith and Donna.
Awesome. Lisa.
Hi there. I'm Lisa Negron, and I was in Moonwalker, and with Gretchen's words that were so great. And actually, I love the show because I can relate to it because I also battle insomnia. So a little bit of life imitating art, if you will, or art imitating life, if you will. So I'm down here. I'm down here in Central Florida.
Beautiful. Mateo.
Hi, I'm Mateo Moreno. I was in one of the actors in Moonwalker with Lisa there, directed by the great Tony and written by the great Gretchen. Fantastic experience. I loved every minute of it. I'm in Queens, New York.
Awesome. Faith.
Aloha, everybody. I'm Faith Cawthon. I'm the stage manager for Kumu Kahua, and I had the honor of stage managing this project last year as well. Very excited to be here again.
Awesome. Oh, can I add that Mateo was one of our playwrights in Reset 2020 last year? So he's one of those amazing, multi-talented people who can just like do everything, act, write, throw out your resume, darling. Julia and Paoe, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name properly. It's beautiful. Help me out here.
No worries. Aloha, my name is Po'ai Lincoln. And
I'm Julia Lepresti.
We are here in the Ahupu of Nuuanu on the island of Oahu, on the illegally occupied kingdom of Hawaii. Today is Lau-Hoi-Hoi-Ea, just to remind everyone, this is our Independence Day here in Hawaii. We are so happy, we're so happy to be here and share this show with a beautifully written piece by the lovely Michelle. So we're so just like thrilled, like my heart is racing so fast. Julia Lepresti, our amazing actress, and I was the director.
Thank you.
Juliana, you want to share your beautiful voice with us?
That was fun. We're really blessed to be able to, use a theater space for it. We felt that that was the right thing to do and to honor the script that Michelle wrote. So thank you so much, and thank you to everybody who was behind the scenes, like Veronica, Faye, Santos, Donna, Harry. Thanks, Harry.
And I want to say thank you to the folks at the Arts at Mark's Garage, which is where these lovely ladies are right now. They just opened up their space for us for rehearsal and performance. Thank you, guys.
Fantastic. Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle De Joya. I use she, her, and they, them pronouns. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota on Dakota land. And I wrote See the Light. So thank you for that amazing introduction from both Hawaii and Julia. It's a very surreal feeling. So thank you all. Bye.
You're welcome. Riley.
Hi, my name is Riley, and I'm from Hilo, Hawaii. And I want to thank you, Auntie Pua and Grandma, and other grandchildren from the story that we did. And thank you, Jeannie, Auntie Jeannie, for all of this. And I appreciate, and I hope you guys have a good day. And thank you.
Thank you, Riley. Mijan.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mijan. I composed a few of the musical interlude pieces, and I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Paloma.
Hi, I'm Paloma. I was a dramaturg for Moonwalker and The Bystander, and I'm happy to be here as well.
Awesome. And Veronica Vera, your name is being dropped left and right. So why don't you go ahead and share yourself with us?
Aloha, everyone. My name is Veronica. I am in Kailua, Hawaii. And yeah, I do the digital engineering background stuff. I move everybody in and out of the room or in and out of the space and make it go live. So try and make everybody's digital dreams come true so it feels more like a theater space and less like Zoom spaces. So happy to get to work with such an amazing group of people every week. Super grateful to be here.
Awesome. And Jeannie Barroga.
Hello there. Thank you, everybody. It's just amazing to be a part of this whole group that's so talented and really devoted to theater. Love that. Love that. Thank you so much. Jackie, love you. Mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. Rena, Riley, Faith, Dana, Harry, Magali, everybody that was the invisible people. We see them before and after, but during the time that they work. It's amazing. And I really appreciate it. And Mijan, the music. Thank you.
Santos.
Hello, everyone. My name is Santos. I'm the stage manager for Conch Productions, and I also sound designed The Bystander and Moonwalker. And I am zooming from the Lower East Side, Manhattan, land of the
Awesome.
Lenape.
So we have a question for you, right, Joanna?
We do. Thank you for that segue, Magali.
I can take the question. Want to take the question?
Here's what, we were talking about what we wanted to ask everyone about, and Magali said, well, art for social change is a really powerful descriptive change, and that's what we know that Reset is. And each of these pieces had some very thought-provoking and memorable moments that certainly resonate with me. I'm sure many of us. I wanted to ask the question if anyone has ever felt changed or enlightened or shifted by a theater piece that they've seen, read, been a part of. Because I think we all have those moments. So you can just jump in with them. Tony, you have your hand up already?
Yeah, I've had a couple pieces in my life that I felt like have touched me in that way. I mean, just to name a couple of them, the first time I saw Pippin, it was just I was at a point in my life as an artist where I was asking myself that question: is this the path I'm supposed to be on? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And I saw that show, and it just kind of answered a lot of questions for me. And then I went through the same thing again several years after that, where I was kind of questioning, because I was like, as artists, we're like, it's supposed to be happening this way. This is supposed to be happening. And then I wasn't being patient. I was waiting. And then I got to see Rent for the first time on Broadway, with the original cast. And it was just one of those things where I was like, okay, I had those moments in my life where I've had shows that kind of speak to me and say, the things that you're feeling as an artist, this passion that you can't explain, this fire that just won't go away. It's right. There are other people out there who feel this way, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I saw Pippin when I was 12. That was my first Broadway show.
Nice.
I think Gretchen had her hand up.
Yeah, I was gonna jump in. When I was in high school, I was kind of really introduced to theater in a real vivid way. Like, I've always loved theater and loved musicals, but it was when I saw 2 shows performed by other high schools in a high school theater conference. I saw For Colored Girls, and a comedy of Wayward Saints. and A Company of Wayward Saints, I'm sorry. And both of those pieces were actually the pieces that inspired me to write, because for Colored Girls, I was the first time I was like, people can write shows like this and people can perform shows like this. And it blew my mind. And I knew that I wanted to write pieces like that because it was soulful and funny and heartbreaking and all of the things. And then A Company of Wayward Saints was the first time I was introduced to Commedia dell'arte. And that show has a lot of drama and comedy, but also a lot of heart to it. And it was another piece that was like, you can write stories like this that are universal and also very specific. So both of those pieces for Colored Girls definitely was the first time I was like blown away by the fact what theater could actually be and do. So that transformed my way of thinking completely.
Trina, you had your hand up?
Yes, this question was very easy to answer for me. And interesting enough, I was in a local production of For Colored Girls, maybe 25 years ago. But this is actually my first debut as going beyond small local performances, because my main expression is dance. I've been choreographing and performing, for over 45 years. But one of the first pieces of choreography I did, ironically, with Jackie Johnson's brother, Danny, who is quad. And it was a piece called Wheels. And I made it intuitively, very much because I was inspired by the people. Eddie was a Vietnam era amputee who stepped on a landmine on his 18th birthday in Nam. And then Jackie's brother, who had this amazing face so anyway.
He still does, by the way.
Yeah. And so I made this piece before all of you were born in '79. And so, like my character, I'm old. Anyway, it was a groundbreaker because at that time, it's quite common now. No one thought about wheelchair people dancing. So it got quite a lot of press internationally and nationally. And I made a short documentary of it, which made it to the top 10 for an Academy in '80. Danny and Eddie both won awards, film awards for that piece. Oh, by the way, it is on YouTube. You can just Google Trina Namio, Wheels, and there it is. It's, it's about 25 minutes. And anyway, from that point on, I was into social justice. So early on, I was inspired by breaking barriers using performing arts. So, I've done pieces on the sex slaves and during World War II and been very active. That's my thing, is to use the arts as social activism since the 70s. So nice. I applaud all of you because you're continuing my passion. And, I encourage all of you to keep on doing it because we need it. We need it so badly.
Yeah. So Santos and Faith, if you could type in the piece that she did into our Facebook and YouTube pages so that everyone can watch Trina's work.
Yeah, I'm a lot younger and cuter then, but anyway.
And now she adds actress to her resume.
Yeah.
After options, yeah.
Ever evolving, you know what I mean? Anyone else want to share?
May I chime in then? Since I've been around not just the block, the island, longer now. So there's been all these wonderful epic things throughout my life that made me grasp my stomach or, bend over with empathetic reactions to what's on stage. But I think the most meaningful things I've either initiated or witnessed in the past 10 years or so has to do with bringing the stories of our island people to the stage, the various ethnicities we have. So I work with living history now, but what Jeannie does is take these stories that are happening today and do the same thing. So we have a chance to reflect and explore theatrically what's behind the motivations, what's behind, trying to understand some of the things that we cannot understand, because we don't know where they came from and why people were singled out for everything from violence to just misappropriate behavior. So it's wonderful to see. So that duality is what I enjoy today. Living history, the story of the very people who live next door, and sometimes it's how they cook their eggs is as interesting as it is with those other sensational things. But those sensational moments in life that make us pause, that deal with who we are today. And I think theater brings another dimension and understanding to it. So imua kako, that means go forward.
Beautiful. Anyone else?
Oh, Jeannie?
Oh, Mateo. Oh, or, I don't know. Who?
I think Jeannie, they're right next to each other on my screen. I think
it.
Jeannie got that one, but then Mateo.
It's sort of funny because I think back how even getting into theater at all, knowing about it when I was in high school, it was like, oh, something kids do because they don't want to take math or something, you know. So it was encouraging for our drama teacher. And I signed up for that class last. I really thought, oh my God, to be on stage, that means I have to talk in front of people. And they said, we're going to take you to a matinee. So they took us downtown to a little black box theater, and they showed Molière's The Invalid. And I picked that out because, again, those were the plays that we were particularly shown and taught before all these other plays that were possible could even be seen at all. And I saw that, and the first opening scene was The Invalid, Molière's Invalid, coming in, hacking away and all this. He sits right down next to me on the chair. And I look up at him, I'm a god, because I'm like, oh my God, there's somebody right here who's going on stage. He had all this makeup on before I realized he was not old at all. He's very young. He doesn't look more than 21, and he's playing this old man. And he was like talking to me and saying, isn't this a funny play? Ha ha ha. And I was bit. That was it. It was like, this is what they can do in theater. They can make young people look old. They have, you know, these mannerisms that they've studied to be able to portray that. There was spectacle, there was a story, there was humor that was like, I want to do that. I want to write stuff like this. Who's Molière? So that started the whole journey of finding out what was theater to begin with. And once you're bit, it's like you got all these toys to play with. You've got the actors and their talents and tech, which I love tech. I love tech, you guys. Okay, so Veronica and Santos, thank you. It was just amazing to know that you could do that sitting at your desk, writing, and you give it to people, and they add their stuff to it. That to me was the magic. That's the part I was looking forward to. By the time it gets to opening night, it gets to be, okay, you guys, you know, you play, I drink, and we all celebrate. But that was the magic for me, to know that there was all these things you could do with new toys at age 18. So
nice. Beautiful. Thank you. Mateo?
Yeah, like there's been so many pieces that I've been blessed to see or be a part of over the years. Like Tony and like Magali, Rent was a huge game changer. Literally changed who I was. Turned a little Midwest boy who had a lot of questions into a kid who bought a ticket to New York and never looked back. But there were also, I think one of the most influential things in my work and definitely my writing has been since I first saw the show Mambo Mouth by John Leguizamo, and every play he made after that, because it was the first time I was seeing someone write about the stereotyping of Latinos and being able to educate and laugh at the same time. And I wasn't in New York yet, so I was watching a filmed version of them on HBO. But as soon as I could see them live, I did. Everything from Freak to most recently, he did Latin History for Morons, that I literally kept bringing people back in and going, educate yourself, listen to this man, because he's hilarious, he's gonna make you cry, and this shit ain't in textbooks. And it was really beautiful to see what you could put in such a theatrical entertaining way, and it doesn't feel like it's a history lesson, and it absolutely is. And all of his shows have changed me in a little bit more. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice. Wow, we're coming to a natural wrap up here, Magali.
It sounds like it, unless of course someone wants to jump in and share something that touched them, something that
I have a
inspired
final
change in their
mana'o.
journey. Okay.
I have a final mana'o from the middle of the Pacific. For those of us who are so used to the theater, you challenged us to use the new medium, to learn about the tech stuff, to trust these incredible technicians, and try to do what we usually do on stage with all of those tools in this little box. It was magical, and it afforded us a chance to grow. So I thank you. I know the actors felt that way. Polole, Trina, Riley, yeah? And I know that as directors and playwrights too, it's exciting to take the belly of the pandemic and turn it into a silver lining. So thank you.
And I have to say, I was copied on most of the emails for options, and they put a lot of tech in there. It's amazing, Jackie, how much you did. And Jeannie knows how to write for this medium now. And then to see it in your hands, you did such a beautiful job of shaping that piece. Yeah, really, really nice. And of course,
mahalo,
Veronica's magic in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Riley did a little this. Did you do a little this, Riley? Or were you scratching your hair? Okay, then go ahead, Riley. Jump in there. Don't be shy.
I just wanted to thank you all for letting me be here. And thank you, Auntie Jeannie. And I like your story. It's very, very interesting, very good. And it made me happy. And yeah, thank you all. Thank you guys so much.
And I'll say one little thing, and that is thank you to Magali for bringing us all together and for creating such a great and lovely and wonderful company that gears itself towards the voices of those that are marginalized. Thank you, Magali.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Thank
want to say
you.
something really, really, really quickly because I'll regret it if I don't say anything. But so this was like my first piece that was ever produced from someone, so I really am very, very thankful for that. I had planned something a year ago and it ended up getting canceled due to the pandemic. And the day that I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and self-produce my own play last summer. And the day that I was going to release the GoFundMe for it was the day that George Floyd was murdered here in Minneapolis. And I ended up not releasing the GoFundMe. We ended up releasing it months later. With a couple of my actors who are actually in the next room. And we ended up raising $3,000 to restore North Minneapolis, where I live, after the riots had burnt everything down. But I think all of that has shaped me and led up to this moment where my first produced piece was right here on this screen with all of you. So just crazy things happen to bring us to where we are now. And but specifically, I want to say thank you, Trey, for writing that piece. It spoke to me a lot. So thank you all.
And thank you to Lily Tung Crystal at Theater Moo who connected us with Michelle. We're really happy to have you under the Kumu Kahua wing.
Mijan, you itching. Was that a hand? Was that a hand movement, Mijan? You trying to say something, Mijan? No? Okay, I'm not gonna force it. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. Don't feel stifled. If you want to jump in, we're going to kind of wrap this up. I think Harry's going to lead the way in our final moments. Look at Harry over there looking all chill.
Hello.
Look at that chill, man. Isn't he chill?
Cause I local. Yeah, you know what? What is it? Once again, like that, we just have to acknowledge Magali and Donna, like that. Without this, it would be impossible. And just so you know, I was in New York when Rent was in tech. And then I was part of a young directors lab and we all got to go and watch it. It was astounding, even watching them stop and go. Yeah, it was amazing. And that question, about stuff about plays that I hope you all know that it's only through theater and I say this with all confidence, it is only through theater like this that people's minds can be changed. Yeah. I mean, your friend, you can argue with your friend forever about this, about that, but until they see something and they empathize with it and they begin to see that another human being has a different thought from them or the same thought from them. Because if they see that it's a different thought and they get to feel it and they get to understand it, then they're enlightened. And then if it's something you know and something you feel already, then you're galvanized. Yeah, you're made stronger by seeing it. And truthfully, it's only through that empathy that you can only get through theater and performance like this, that those changes and that strengthening is possible. And then all of you need to be commended, truthfully, for your work in all of this reset series and the one before too, and then the ones that are going to go on in the future. Yeah. So, please, like if you find somebody you don't know, tell them to watch something on YouTube, like that, or somebody like help them be stronger. Yeah. Help us enlighten people, yeah, by getting the word out. Yeah. And
so Paloma, you shared something in the chat. What did you just share? Don't be shy, Paloma. She was inspired by you, Harry.
Yeah, responding to the question of things that pieces of theater that were very valuable to me. Well, an anthology of Jose Rivera that I got my hands on, and also El Huracán by Charisse Castro-Smith. I feel like those pieces literally are using prose, but they're very poetic and they're very visual. So they're very nice to read, at least for me, who am I? I'm a poet at heart, so I really love them.
And, Harry is such a poet. He got you juiced up and made you feel like I got to share something. I mean, this is why I love collaborating with Kumu Kahua. That's why I love it. Donna, the baton is in your hand.
I have my little story about theater that moved me. I read this book by a woman named Jo Carson, who wrote about doing theater focused on the people within a specific geographic footprint. I fell in love with the idea, and I was living in Chicagoland, and I looked for a brick and mortar theater that practiced this work solely. And the only one I found was here in Hawaii. And they happened to be looking for someone with my skills and experience at that time. So it was absolutely meant that I came here to work within this super powerful medium. And hats off to Harry's our artistic director. Hats off to him, because just about every single theater piece that we have done at Kumu Kahua over the last 9.5 years that I've been here have changed me. One of the most powerful ones recently was a show we did by Daniel A. Kellen II, which was about the Marshallese diaspora here in Hawaii. And one of the things that I write in my grant proposals all the time is theater is so powerful because the lights are going to come up. You can tell those really hard stories. You can, even if you're not in a room with people, but you're live this way, you can empathize with them and feel, and the lights are going to come up, so it's safe. And that story and so many of the stories that we've told at Kumu Kahua are really difficult to hear, but you got to hear them. We all need to hear them, and turning that into entertainment is magic. So I'm just really happy to work with this organization, and Magali and I are so like-minded. We met in an elevator at a theater communications group conference in 2019, and we bonded between the mezzanine level and the 8th floor. We bonded, and she had Jo Carson's book in her purse, and we knew we wanted to do something together, and this is exactly what we were meant to be doing. So thank you all so very much for bringing your mana to this work and for sharing with us. And female power. you guys. Let's keep recognizing it in everything that we do, because we cannot be silenced.
We cannot. We cannot. And in answer to the question myself, Art for Social Change, the first example of that for me was for colored girls, because I knew what pain was, but I didn't understand what healing was as a sisterhood. And every time I performed it, every time I read it, I feel like, oh, I can breathe. Someone understands me, you know? We will get through this if we're together. And thank you for being with us and for us being together. And what brought us together as far as on our end as Conch was a grant that we received that partially funded this event for us from ART New York. So I say thank you to ART New York for supporting us, because how can we support you as artists if we don't pay you? And how can we pay you without them? Love you. And thank you to all the donors who give what they can, that keep us going. And this mission that we have, Kumu Kahua, Conch Productions, Art for Social Change, the voice of the people, the voice of the community, it's an important one. And there's nothing more thrilling to me than to have you all together, have you all inspired and excited. And I want to thank you all for contributing and for continuing to contribute, and for sharing your passion with us and the audience. We need that, you know? And I want to thank Mateo and all the other writers from 2020. Thanks to their work, we were inspired to publish We Are Not Neutral, which is a collection of their plays from 2020, which is available for sale on Amazon. And every time I read through those plays, I'm like, oh yes, I remember the fire, the pain of seeing George Floyd pass away, and forced this fire in us to do something, you know? So yeah. So I'm gonna not cry, because you know I'm holding it off till after I get off camera. I'm gonna say thank you to you audience members, to you artists, and tell you to keep coming back and keep on watching and keep on, like Harry said, keep on telling people to watch this work, because we're leaving it up. So there's no like, oh my God, I missed it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Like and share and subscribe and donate.
And
please.
Donate. Visit our website, donate, follow, keep up with what we're doing, people. We're about you. And good night.
Good night. Everybody give us a wave and I'll take us out.
Hello, everyone. Have a good day and a good night.
Yay.